Hi all, Andy here and welcome back to the channel. Well, tonight we are back with the Ford Fiesta Mk7 and we're back with that because we're going to do some bulb changes on the brake lights and also on the number plate bulbs. And I've discovered this car had a problem with both of those by accident. So tonight I was following my son home after he had a breakdown with the battery. The battery had run flat, and as I followed him home, I noticed his left-hand side, or the passenger side, brake light wasn't working when he braked, and also one of the number plate bulbs was out. So we're going to talk about what those two bulbs are and how we change them. And testing the brake bulb is quite a simple process. All I need to do is turn the ignition on and then press the brake pedal and have someone observing at the back of the car to see if the red lights are flashing. We can see right here that the passenger side is not illuminating when I'm pressing the brake pedal, but the high level brake light and the driver's side brake light are coming on. But what you'll notice is the actual running lights, the rear running light, are staying on, and that bulb that runs that has two functions. So there'll be two elements in that bulb, one which controls the brake pedal and one that stays on the whole time with the lights. And we can see that definitely stays on with the lights, but the brake pedal is definitely not activating. So what we're going to do first is work out how to take the rear lights off so we can change the brake bulb. So we need to get the boot open and access to this rear light, and removing this light is very simple. There are just two T25 Torx bits, and when I say a T25 Torx bit, it looks just like that. And turn it around to the right area, it fits nice and snug. So we need to get a tool on that to undo that. So we'll put those two bolts somewhere safe, and hopefully the light should come away from the car. But Ford being Ford, they've put a Phillips screw just on the inside of the boot here that you must also remove. So it's not just the Torx you need, you also need this Phillips to remove this piece of black trim on the inside. And we'll also remove the parcel shelf because we're going to need to get access to this side. So we'll just place that into the back of the car, like so. I'm also going to put the back seat down so we can free up this trim completely. So we'll remove this boot rubber, because what that will allow us to do is remove this trim panel from the car. If we just pull this back, like so, I can then remove the lower panel as well. And with the plastic trim pulled back, we can pull the carpet down and put our hand around the rear of the lights, and you'll feel there's a plastic wing nut. Now it's quite tough to undo. There's not an awful lot of access, but you can do it. And once I've got this loosened off, I'm going to show you what this looks like. And there is only one of these nuts, but careful removing it, you don't drop it into the bodywork. You can see that that light is now lifting up where it's loosening off from the wing nut. There is the plastic wing nut that we've just undone. And you'll now notice with the two T25s removed as well, the light will just lift away from the car. But what you will notice is there is a plastic plug right here that is the electrical connector. It's got a little tab on it, you push, and that brings the entire light housing away from the car. Now if we look at this light housing, we know here is where the brake bulb is, which we spin that round. So the brake bulb is this top one, because as we look at it, you've got the indicator and the reversing light down the bottom, which these two here. This bulb right here is our brake light, and to remove that we just turn it very slightly anti-clockwise and lift out, and there is our bulb. And of course, to remove the bulb, we simply get hold of it, push it down, twist very slightly anti-clockwise, and it will lift out just like so. Now we've got the bulb out of the car, you might better see there are two filaments inside that bulb. You can probably just make it out in the shadow of the ring light, and one is broken, and that will be our stop light bulb that has broken, because we know the running light works. And this bulb is called a P21/5W bulb or a 380, and it goes in a socket called a D15 bay socket. It has these two small little metal feet here that are just lined up that allow you to fit into the bayonet socket and twist it. So this one is blown. You can actually see there's some discoloration in the bulb there where it's blown. But we've got a brand new one right here ready to go in. And I think you can probably see the filaments a lot clearer on that bulb. Now, it's important when you fit the bulb that you don't put your fingers on the glass, or if you do, you clean the glass of the bulb afterwards. So you don't need the grease on there, because that grease on your fingers can heat up the bulb and cause it to blow again, causing hot spots. So make sure the bulb is clean once you've installed it. So we'll get this back into the bayonet fitting now, get the light reassembled, and then we'll give it a test. Now we can see the two little bayonet fittings there that will go in here and allow me to push it in, push down, and twist very slightly clockwise. Now I have been handling that bulb, so I'm going to give that bulb a good clean with a cloth like this, so there is no greasy fingerprints left on that bulb. Once I'm happy that that bulb is okay, I'm going to reinsert it into the hole, line it up until I feel it drop into place, like so, and then I'm going to give it a twist clockwise, and that's got the bulb locked in position. Now we can put the light cluster back onto the car. And the first thing we need to do is take the electrical socket that's on the car right here and connect that back up. Push it down until it clicks into position. And what you'll notice on the light cluster is there's this long bolt right here, and that slots through this diagonal small hole just here. So we're going to put that through the hole like so. And that is now in position. And all we need to do is reattach that fully with the wing nut. So here is the wing nut, and I'm going to put my hand around the back until I find that bolt that will now be poking through. Place the wing nut over the top, spin that all the way home, and you'll know when it's done up the whole way because it will suddenly get very tight and the light itself will become rigid and won't want to move. And to get that last bit done up, what I tend to do is I tend to push the light in and spin the wing nut, so you've got a lot of tension in that light, and that will create a nice fit all the way around your light. Now that is solid, that is not even moving at all. So now we need to get the two T25 bolts in place holding the light. Then we'll take our screwdriver and get that done up nice and tight. And that's our cluster reattached. We're now going to tuck this carpet back into position, like so. We'll push the plastic trim back into position as well, making sure it's lined up at the top here. Also get it lined up the whole way along, like so. We'll swap to the Phillips screw bit now. Do this black plastic trim up. Now we'll reattach the rubber boot trim all the way round, which will secure our boot. And that's our rear cluster in position. So that's my quick guide on how to change a rear brake light bulb on a Ford Fiesta Mk7. I hope you found it interesting, and if you have, then please do give the video a thumbs up, but also check out the other Fiesta videos on my channel, which you'll find that cover subjects such as changing the oil, changing the rear bushes on the suspension, changing the lower control arm, and changing gearbox oil, amongst many other handy tips for the Ford Fiesta Mk7. As always, thanks for watching and see you soon. Take care.